Welcome back. Here we are, December 1st, 2022. We got the loop playing, and you can see we've had a big, huge blast. Well, there's this one, and it starts off with this huge blast right here. Another secondary one, little spits and sputters, and then another one over here. And hopefully the camera will pick it up. I want you to watch this one over here. Watch as this one comes out, turns around, and goes back in like a yo-yo. It just comes out and goes back in. This one right, coming up right here, boom, and it gets sucked right back in. There's a secondary event too, and I'll point that one out as we go frame by frame through this. So let that loop play one more time there for you guys to see before I start pointing stuff out. So let's pull down here, and we'll go to the very opening frames, back up a little bit. So here's our opening frame. We're at 024 here of December 1st, our opening frame. And you can see this big blast right here. It's about at least a quarter of the sun right here is this huge CME coming out. And as I go forward through this, back up there. Let's start right here, the opening scene. Click this out of the way. All right, there we go. Now as we go forward here, you'll see that this, as it emerges, there's several little objects in here. They're very faint, and I'll try to point them out to you as we go, but let's just watch that blast go. And then this little blast comes out, and then watch as something turns and returns and goes back in right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just zoom in on this right now. All right. Now you guys can see it pretty good. All right, so let's start backing up a little bit here. All right, this event right here, there's an object that comes out, and right about at this point, it seems to either split in two or turn around, and something goes back in the sun right there, and you can see this little V-shaped wake coming off of it as it goes back in. So the object came out, went back in. We have another CME up top, and then right in the same area, this object comes out again, and then retreats and goes back in. So we had twice this yo-yo effect of this object popping out, turning around, and going back in right there. You can see the little V-shaped wake it left. And then here we go again, right in that same area. Out comes another CME from the very same area with an object that comes out right here, turns right here, and goes back in. Did you see that? Let me back it up. And go forward again. You can see how that moves back in. I'm going to slide down and put this into motion, and then we'll watch it. Okay. Maybe we'll even zoom in just a tad bit tighter on it, because I want you to notice this effect over here. Now, did you see that go back in and see the little wake that it left coming off like a power boat leaves a V-shaped wake right there as it went back in, and then a few moments later it pops back out and goes back in again. So I called this the yo-yo effect, where these objects come out, turn around, and then go right back in. Boom. Perfectly seen right there, and then captured again in a second event. And now we're going to back out of this here and go up to this other event up top. And let's see if I can find the frame. Right about there. Let's just zoom in on this. I think it's a couple frames back. Might be right there. Yeah, that's the frame, I believe. So we're going to just start zooming in on this right here. And they're very faint, but there appears to be an object right here. Another one right here. You can make out like 3/4 of it. The rest is draped in plasma. And then there's another faintly dark circle right here. Hopefully the camera's picking this up. It looks like it might. So let me move this out of the way and point them out again. very faint. There's a round one right here, another one right here, and a third one right up in there. This also looks like it might be one right in this area. So this looks like a cluster of these objects as they move out. And it's very faint, not captured very well. But in this one frame right here, you can make out this object right here. This one, whoopsie, I think it's one more frame back. Nope. Yeah. Oh, it was that frame right there. Right here's a real faint one again. Okay, so multiple objects doing multiple things, going in and out, doing this yo-yo effect. This is another huge blast too, you guys. It doesn't appear to be coming our direction, but it is another huge blast off of the sun. And we got little secondary blasts like this coming out too. You can make out we have some kind of round dark object right in this zone right here. And then as it moves out, let me just see if we can, where did my magnifier go? There it is. Let's see if I can point this out just real quick. You can make out this dark patch right here in the middle. You can see that we have this blast coming out right here, and usually in the middle of these magnetic bubbles, these magnetic fields, are these little objects in the center. And it was captured just faintly there, passing through, moving out. Yep.
Did you know Aiden went out to Walmart with Alex, I think it was?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they just snuck back in.
Well, I guess it's back then.
Huh?
All right, I'm doing something live right now, so.
Okay,
I'll talk
it's
to you.
something important.
All right. Sorry about the interruption there, folks. Now back to where I was. So let's zoom back out here a little bit. I'll finish going through this. Okay, there's our big blast right there. Alright, well, that's it for tonight. Sorry about the interruption there. I'll be back probably tomorrow to do another report. Actually, while we're here real quick, let me back up and do yesterday's too, because there was an object captured in yesterday's too. And while this is uploading, here's our object down here moving out in the corner. Once it uploads everything, we'll go through this. This event over here is quite strange. It's just this popping and firing and spitting and sputtering, like arcing over here. And then we have our object captured right here at the very end. Let's move down here, zoom in on this. Pull it up a little bit, move that out of the way. Alright, so watch right here. Boom. Here's our object right here, this dark round patch. You can see that it has some kind of plasma around it, just a tad bit. Okay, so here's our round object right here moving out. Okay, and then we have this event up here where it just continues to spit and sputter. So watch this, just flashing and spitting and sputtering, and nothing really comes out. So this is a strange event too, because you see how there'll be a blast and you'll see something move out. Here it's just little sputs and sputters and sparks, and I mean, there went a little bit, but it didn't show like a big CME leaving or anything. So it appears that maybe there's some kind of object back here behind the occulter interacting with the sun, causing it to spit and sputter like this right in this zone. And then you can see over here something, another little event happened right up there. So we got all kinds of activity going on. These objects are causing CMEs again. They're captured, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, going in and turning around, going out. And then that one was captured very faintly there. And that was yesterday, November 30th. And then real quick, we'll go back and we'll close out with today's. Reload that real quick. There we go. And this yo-yo effect over here, comes out, turns around, and goes back in right there. And then this one comes out, turns, and goes back in too. So we have twice we've seen this object, possibly the same object, come out, turn around, and go back in. There's the first time. And then here comes the second time. Alright? So that's it for tonight. I love you all. God bless you all. I miss you all. And until my next video, bye.